When you die, you cannot make charitable gifts after you're gone that influence your 1040. Right? And you would be amazed the number of people who say, well, Dad had intended or Grandpa meant to, right? And you can still take out required minimum distributions when you're dead because it's all about the IRS, right? But you cannot, that next check, you cannot write to the church if you're gone. Now, if you're still married, obviously your surviving spouse can still write the check because they're able to do that. That's the last year you're going to be able to file that 1040. But charitable gifting, when it comes to timing, the one that you will know about is December 31st. The one your heirs will have to contend with is when you're no longer here, God has called you home. So those are the two things on timing. I'll give you the investment planning side. What if I know, and one of the things we have in our trademarked process, the family focus process, is we help people develop a financial vision, right? And I'll give you a spread on that, and then I really will let you talk. I'll give you a spread on that. One of my missionaries says at 65, he wants to spend more money on other people than himself, right? And then one of my doc's wives says at 92, she doesn't want to be a bag lady, right? Those are probably the two largest spreads. But how you would invest money would be entirely different. So if you knew that you had somebody who 20 years from now was going to retire and hopefully spend more money on other people than themselves, and then obviously leave a big chunk to a church or a charity after their demise, what would you tell them from an investment planning perspective?
Well, certainly they've got a long lifespan if they're that far away from retirement. And I'll borrow this phrase from Grant, and that is not just to plan to retirement, not planning to the point where he's going to start giving more to charity than to himself. He's got to plan through it. So that, I think, is one key. We have this mindset, and when you invest in target-dated funds, you certainly lock in this concept that you are on an automatic sort of rotation plan, that as you get closer to that date, you increase your bond allocations to get more conservative and locked in. And during a lot of environments, that may be true, but that's certainly not true this one. That individual, if they're getting, if that was 20 years ago and their retirement's today, and they've made commitments and they want to be giving a lot to charity, if they have been rotating into bonds, they're not going to be able to give a whole lot. That is certainly a big component of it.